Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video, all in crypto here. And today, some of you may have guessed what this video is going to be about. We are going to be talking about the FEDnow news related to Hedera Hashgraph in regards to Drop, a project that essentially is built on top of Hedera and utilizes their DAG technology. We have been highlighting Hedera for a while now as a cryptocurrency that is going to play a significant role in the revolutionizing of finance. And we've highlighted them for a number of reasons. We've highlighted them for their compliance with the ISO 20022 standards, which through companies that are compliant with these standards, you are going to see the majority of high-value transactions take place globally. You know, we've looked at this roadmap. We've looked at the partnerships that they already have. We've looked at the governing council and everything in between. And a kind of cherry on top today, which is why Hedera's price is doing exceptionally well, up 17% on the day. And when I look at this chart, there's an opportunity. This is just an opportunity. If you had to describe Hedera's chart right now, it's opportunity. And it hasn't even done anything yet, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be getting into that in just a second. But we've long stressed that Hedera is very well positioned. A quick shout out to Hashport. I've spoken to Jesse from Hashport about Hedera off camera. And honestly, the things that we've spoken about, and hopefully he's coming on the show very soon, has blown my mind in regards to the capabilities of Hedera. And the capabilities of DAGs. Now, DAGs are not blockchains. They are very different to the traditional kind of blockchain architecture. However, and of course there's trade-offs. They are very capable of doing things that traditional finance does at a significantly improved scale, efficiency, and everything in between. So this is what the video is going to be about, guys. We're going to be diving into what sent Hedera on this run. And of course, the FEDnow showcases a DLT-powered payment system as a service provider. Of course, the DLT that they're talking about is Drop. We'll be going over to the FEDnow website. We'll be doing a little bit of explaining about what the actual Federal Reserve's FEDnow system is. Federal Reserve is the largest central bank in the world. And ultimately, if you want any more confirmation that all central banks, all financial institutions, everybody is going to be using blockchain. Remember, the entire industry is only just over $1 trillion, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you're getting it with things like this, and there's a lot more of it to come. We know from the Bank of International Settlements to the International Money Fund to this central bank and that central bank and this group and that group, everybody is looking to utilize and implement blockchain technology, and we are seeing Hedera make a lot of headway in regards to the institutional world. So this video is predominantly going to be about this. We will talk about another announcement. You know, it's not just one announcement. We covered last week, like Hashport were highlighting a number of Hyundai, you know, a number of different partnerships that are recent, and they continue to keep snowballing. And then we'll talk a little bit about the price. So let's get into it, guys. The United States Federal Reserve instant payment system FEDnow has added a company powered by the distributed ledger technology platform Hedera Hashgraph to its list showcase service providers. On the 14th of August, which is today, the FEDnow official website added Drop, a micropayments platform built on Hedera, to its FEDnow service provider showcase section. The section aims to connect financial institutions and businesses with service providers that can help them innovate and implement instant payment products using the FEDnow's service. According to the FEDnow's site, Drops is a digital solution that was made so that merchants can accept payments at low costs. The company uses DLT and regulated banking tech to build its solutions that allow merchants to access payments without paying huge transaction fees. So we often call, and some people don't like this, the ISO 20022 standards, the empire cryptos. Okay, and then you have the rebellion, which are things like Bitcoin, things like Ethereum, Cardano, these other distributed ledgers that actually came about out of the ethos as providing an alternative to the current systems that we have. the Empire cryptos actually have sought to be compliant with the current system and upgrade it, and I think they'll do well as a result of it. And we are in a bit of both. I think is a good kind of analogy for me to use. While the new update seems like the Federal Reserve is warming up to DLT, the FEDnow service also wrote on its website that the materials are only present as convenience to potential FEDnow service participants. The Federal Reserve financial system is merely a host for showcasing and does not support or endorse showcase providers. This is a disclaimer that they put with all of this. Meanwhile, some crypto community members criticize the development, saying that people may have given up on the idea of crypto being an alternative to corrupt financial systems on Reddit community. So this is what we mean by the empire. And we're actually having I have a Patreon. You can check the link out in the description. A community meeting about the empire cryptos versus the kind of rebellion cryptos. And again, we think there's an opportunity in the financial system being upgraded, just like we think there was opportunities with the internet, or the telecommunication industry, or the PC revolution, or the motoring industry. There are going to be massive opportunities in regards to one area that crypto is revolutionizing, which is traditional finance. But there's also going to be opportunities in many other, like distributed data, all of these things that we look at. So this is huge news. This was on the FEDnow service and products to support the FEDnow service. Very interesting. To support the FEDnow service, Drops offers a digital technology solution designed for merchants to accept payments at very low cost. Drop has leveraged distributed technology and regulated banking technology to build an extremely secure and cost-effective solution where merchants can accept payments as low as a cent. Drop is a pay-by-bank alternative to credit card payments, allowing merchants to accept small value purchases digitally without paying large transaction fees. Drop also offers a digital alternative to cash payments for small value purchases. Drop makes it possible for digital merchants to offer goods and services at a granular level that has not been possible, possibly affordably, because of the cost of credit card transaction fees. Drop opens up a digital economy for micropayments. This is big news. Of course, this is Drop's Twitter with only 1.8k followers. They've kind of came a bit out of nowhere. This is their website. And of course, this is big news for Hedera, which essentially facilitate this. The interesting thing about the Federal Reserve's and service, which went live on the 20th of July, very recently, ladies and gentlemen, service is now live, is the partnerships. So if you look at the early adopters of the financial institutions, you've got the likes of BNY Mellon, you've got the likes of JP Morgan Chase, the People's Bank, US Bank, of course, the Fed themselves, Wells Fargo, who did an amazing paper on the Internet of Value, which is crypto and the opportunities that it brings. You've got the financial providers. We already knew before this that Hedera had its feet under the table with most traditional financial institutions, and they're all looking at the likes of Hedera and the cryptocurrencies. It's no coincidence that cryptocurrencies like Quant, XRP, XLM, HBAR, XDC, Algo, and ADA have essentially, well, except for two of these, really, these have really got major partnerships, whether it be the Bank of England, whether it be central banks, whether it be already facilitating CBDCs, whether it be looking to tokenize the world. Everything is going to be tokenized. All payments are going to be done through blockchain. And these cryptos, I believe, are going to facilitate it. This is the ISO migration journey. You can see the FEDnow is a part of it. SWIFT, Eurozone, Bank of England, Hong Kong, Singapore, and so on. This was another little bit of news. Missed the stablecoin remittance demonstration with SB Group, Sinbank, and SCB TechX. This is also to do with Hedera. Very, very interesting, actually. They talk about a number of things and how to kind of interoperate this and revolutionize things. We've got another video coming out later that's going to be very interesting. To finish things off with a little bit of price action, this is a beautiful chart, and we teach something called stage analysis in the Discord. And this is a gift because this hasn't even broken out yet. Okay? You've got really the 8 cents mark to take convincingly, maybe a retest, and then you're off. And we do assess, and we've done lots of looking at actually altcoins that look very similar. We did an interesting video on Michael Burry's portfolio, which looked like an altcoin portfolio if you look at the charts. that this is going to do exceptionally well, and there's a massive opportunity here. And Hedera, in my opinion, is absolutely a chosen blockchain. The technology itself is extremely interesting. DAGs are going to, I think, become more and more of a story because there are certain trade-offs that DAGs have with blockchains. There's certain things that do better, there's certain things that do worse. I mean, actually, in regards to a payment system, DAGs do pretty well, you know, in regards to how they process things and the data they can extract from them and everything in between. So that's really all I've got for you guys. I want to love and leave you on that note. Always be careful FOMOing into anything once it's done a lot. I have a kind of rule, but this is not financial advice, that we buy into weakness and we sell into strength, and so on and so forth. But this hasn't done anything yet, guys. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you. If you've enjoyed the content, like us, appreciate it as a comment. Apologies for not being on the camera, guys. Having a bit of refurbishment going on, but we will be back hopefully midweek on the camera so that you guys can see my beautiful face. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.